What's going on, guys? It's K-Dub here with another episode of CryptoZombie. Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having an awesome day today. Hope you're getting excited about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. First of all, Bitcoin almost broke $12,000 again this morning. We actually got up to about 11,935. We did get rejected, but I want to show you on the macro charts why Bitcoin is actually currently right now setting up for a parabolic move, a potential blast off move to $16,000 potentially. Now, does this mean that we can't have a quick pullback before the move? No, a pullback is still in the cards. Maybe a quick 20%, 30%, kind of pullback before the move. But guys, we need to talk about a bull signal. And the last time this signal flashed was back in 2017, just before the insane parabolic rally up to 20K. And it looks like that signal is about to flash again. Now, if you are new to cryptocurrency, this might be your first time experiencing something this crazy, but I'm going to show you guys today why Bitcoin is on track for a major move. And yes, of course, there are some things holding us back. I am going to talk about one thing potentially right now on the exchanges particularly that is actually going to hold Bitcoin down for the short term. But once we break through that level, well, the sky is pretty much the limit, guys. So that's what we're going to talk about today. It's a little bit of a bullish video. That's what we do on this channel from time to time. I want to discuss that. And one thing I also want to talk about is a little bit of a warning right now. Now, I'm not telling you what to do. Obviously, no financial advice on this channel. But if you are holding a lot of altcoins right now, just understand that historically, when we do have a look at these crazy Bitcoin price moves, these Bitcoin price surges, you tend to see altcoins actually decline and get hit harder. Now, yes, they may get pulled up in their dollar value because Bitcoin is rising, but they definitely lose their Bitcoin comparatives. So these are how the markets move in cycles, and I will talk about that in today's video. So if all that sounds good to you, we're going to keep today's video sort of short. Kind of keep it short today. I got some things I got to do, but I couldn't leave you guys hanging. So that is it for me. Also, if you guys want to win a Ledger Nano S, drop a comment below and that makes you eligible. So hopping in and having a look at Bitcoin, look at how we perfectly got rejected again at this level. Now, this shows we are testing the previous resistance. Yes, we had this quick breakout right here, but if we get rid of that, for the most part, this represented the resistance, the ceiling, right, for Bitcoin. And you could see that is exactly where we just touched today. Now, yes, there is that potential that we could come down here and retest this level and we could continue sideways, right? That's a possibility. I'm not saying that we're going to go parabolic tomorrow, but I do want to show you why once we break this levels, we're talking $1,000, $2,000 move in a day potentially. Now, as I said, look at this. Okay, actually, look at this. We actually timed this perfectly. The market's just opened as I'm making this video. So we do have a little green candle forming on the S&P 500. But yesterday, the market's actually opened green as well. And then it ended up dumping. So, could we just have another red day for the traditional markets? Well, I did talk about the brutal breakdown of Wall Street yesterday that Raoul Pal is, forecasting, but having a look right here, this is the futures for Bitcoin, and you can see that this has actually completely jumped out of the asymmetrical triangle, and even though we've had a little bit of a struggle consolidation right here, we are still pushing higher on the futures chart. Now, you can see that we have formed a bit of a channel. We're bouncing sort of between these three key areas you can see right here, and as I'm making this video, we are sitting at the top of the channel right now. So this does say that there is actually more resistance right now. There is more pressure right now for the Bitcoin price to go down. There's more selling pressure. So you might see Bitcoin potentially have a pullback, and come down to retest some of these lower levels, which would really only go down to about $11,475. But as, None Your Business pointed out, two previous closes above this internal trend line have led to quick gains. This time, What do you think will happen? Could we also have that, blow off move again? Well, we are getting very close to the end of this macro level on the weekly, and this is a very important level because this is the resistance that we couldn't break after we got to the high of around almost 14,000 back in June of last year. And you can see that has acted as our resistance. So we only have about $300, $400 more dollars to get to that level. We're looking at about a $12,200 ultimate breakout. And if Bitcoin can close a weekly candle, so the whole week, we close above $12,200, let me show you why we are going to the moon. Right here, and I actually have to move out of the way because this is behind me. This is the overall volume range for Bitcoin dating all the way back to October of 2017. And you can see all of the massive accumulation for Bitcoin right now. This shows the majority of the volume. And right here, you can see at the level that we're about to hit, which is basically around, it's actually almost around the $12,000, $12,200 level, which is our significant resistance. We have all of the VPVR completely falling off a cliff. There is literally nothing right here. We are full on price discovery, and the only levels after that, psychologically, would be the $14,000 high, but there really isn't too much volume except for that, it provided a little bit of support back here during the crazy sell-off of the rally, but that's about it. After that, we could easily go to 16K. Right here, we have 16,000, then we have a little bit of a wick at around 17, but it's ultimately price discovery at that level, and you could see Bitcoin literally slice through 16, 17, 18, 19K like butter all the way until we get back to the $20,000 Bitcoin. And if you don't believe that Bitcoin can move that quick, have a look back here where in just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, Bitcoin went from literally $5,813 to $20,000 in just a month and a week. It could happen, guys. And now considering all the interest and everything that's going on right now with the institutions and the potential retail FOMO that could come back in, I think you could see it move even faster this time around. Now, very bullish, K-Dub. You're going to get everybody wrecked. Definitely not. Trust me, this thing is going to the moon. Short term, look, if you're trading on leverage, of course, you can get chopped up, okay? Would I be shorting right now? No, I wouldn't. You can risk it. If you want to try to catch the last sell-off before the pump, if you think you can catch the, resistance and sell it off and then sell it, short it and sell it quick and get back in, more power to you. Then you're a phenomenal trader. But in my opinion, it is extremely, extremely risky to be shorting Bitcoin right now. Now, talking about what Patrick Husser, he's the senior cryptocurrency trader at Zurich-based crypto broker AG. He says, I expect to reach $12,000. However, and this is sort of the catch of the moment, there is a big amount of sell orders, okay, on the exchanges at around $12,000. $12,000 is an extremely psychological level for everybody, right? So there is a lot of selling pressure. There are a lot of people that have huge whales, have huge sell walls at that level. In fact, if you look, you have 12,000, you have 1,000 Bitcoin alone, okay, on Coinbase, and on Bitfinex, Binance, and Coinbase all together, you have about 4,000 Bitcoin on offer up to $12,000. So that is a very big sell wall. However, that being said, the underlying sentiment is still quite bullish for Bitcoin. Now, according to data from CryptoQuant, there is a long-term buy signal about to flash for Bitcoin. This is the same signal that flashed in 2017 before the insane 2,000% rally that we had for Bitcoin, and this signal is Miners Reserve. Miners Reserve tracks the Bitcoin reserves of entities tied to mining pools, okay? Now, I'm not going to go into the specifics of, how this works and what it means, but according to the chart, the indicator is poised to undergo a positive crossover, with the short-term moving average crossing over the long-term moving average. The signal obviously was last seen before the 2,000% rally in 2017, and it also preceded two other macro rallies that brought Bitcoin exponentially higher. And it's a little bit of a fuzzy chart. I don't have it pulled up on my trading view, but you can see right here, we are looking to have that crossover, okay? So that is definitely also bullish for Bitcoin. Now, Super quick, let's talk about altcoins. While market cap dominance remains below 60% earlier this month, the trading dominance of Bitcoin, okay, has spiked to levels not seen since 2017. Due to growing dominance of Bitcoin in terms of market volume, the altcoin market is stagnating and the altcoins could actually get hit pretty hard. In fact, let me show you right here where we had the December high right here, okay? So you see this peak right here where we started to dip and then we bounced up super high right here. This essentially represented the all-time high for Bitcoin. And you could see altcoins actually took a massive dump while Bitcoin dominance climbed, right? And then after that, we had Bitcoin sell off and then the altcoins had their rally. So they flip-flopped, okay? And this is what I expect to happen again. I expect altcoins to bleed, or if they don't bleed, they will gain in dollar value, but they're not going to outpace Bitcoin value. And if you don't really understand what that means, well, for me, I want to own more Bitcoin. Dollars are inflationary, right? Dollars or whatever. I want to own more Bitcoin because I know the value of Bitcoin and what it will be in dollars in the future. So I want to get more Bitcoin. So if you have a Blockfolio, for example, or you have a tracking app, you can usually just tap the top and it'll switch it from dollar to Bitcoin value. So you really want to always be gaining in Bitcoin value, because if Bitcoin moves up 5% and your altcoin moves up 3%, hooray, you made money in dollars, but you're losing Bitcoin, right? So I don't know, maybe your goal isn't to have a lot of Bitcoin, but my goal is. So I foresee Bitcoin outperforming the majority of the altcoin markets when we do have this incredible parabolic move. Now, am I getting bearish on altcoins? No, I'm not bearish on altcoins. In fact, altcoins will always probably have a place in cryptocurrency. Actually, just to point this out real quick, we had Uniswap gaining a lot of attention over on Bloomberg. Bloomberg actually called it the most sought after crypto exchange. And let's be honest, whenever a lot of retail does come into the space, they look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going to be at 20K. They're going to go, in order for me to double my money, Bitcoin has to go from 20K to 40K. But in order for me to double my money, with this altcoin, it only has to go from like $1 to $2. But really it's market cap, not dollars. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so anyway, they talked about it having 845 tokens compared to Binance, which has 820. However, there are a lot of scams on Uniswap. You have to be careful. You have to make sure that you are checking the contract address. A lot of people losing a lot of money because they're not checking it. And that is the problem with decentralized exchanges. So if you're not sure, don't just search for the ticker. Go to the official Telegram or find the contract address. Usually they have it on CoinGecko. It says contract address. You can just copy it. Paste that into Uniswap so you know you're trading the correct token. But anyway, they talk about Uniswap's volume generated by relatively few users with about 50 to 100K compared to Binance's 15 million. According to DeFi Pulse, Uniswap is the leading DEX in terms of total value locked, which has reached 2.6 billion, giving it a market share of 24%. Now, what is something else that could potentially help the cryptocurrency markets? Well, on Sunday, you had Nancy Pelosi's office releasing a copy of her letter that she sent out to her colleagues to give them an update on the stimulus talks with Mnuchin. And according to it, it says relief negotiations proceeded over the weekend, sending awaited language on testing. While there was some encouraging news, much work remains. However, I am optimistic that we can reach agreement before the election. To that end, we are writing languages as we negotiate the priorities, so we are fully prepared to move forward once we reach agreement. Now, what is the significance of this? Well, we've seen that in previous stimulus examples, right? When people get money, they want to spend the money on something that is better than the dollar, and we have seen that recently. With the $1,200 check, we saw those spikes on Coinbase for Bitcoin and crypto purchases of $1,200. Now, another thing to actually point out is the fact that the world, not only we have seen with the purchasing of Bitcoin using stimulus checks, but also people are seeing Bitcoin as a hedge compared to things like gold. Check this out. So in a recent survey of over 2,000 online investors who have made at least one investment in the last year, according to the World Gold Council, they say cryptocurrency is currently the 5th most popular investment tool in Russia after savings accounts, foreign currencies, real estate, and life insurance. As part of the World Gold Council's ranking of Russia investments, making it the past 12 months. Cryptocurrency is followed by gold, accounting for 17 and 16% respectively. According to the report, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin remain popular in Russia and benefit from being an accessible investment tool. In the meantime, gold has not yet established itself as a mainstream investment asset due to lack of education and trust. So let me know what you guys think. We could be due for maybe one more sort of shakeout move, like I said, but this is it, man. I mean, I am looking right here at, I made a lot of, drew all over this chart, but yeah, I mean, look at how the VPVR just drops off a cliff right here. I mean, it's absolutely insane. Can you see that above me right there? So yeah, guys, I definitely think that once we get above that, once we put the weekly candle above 12,200 and we close, that is the move. Now, if we get rejected, we're probably going to retest the support. But if we break it, my goodness, are you ready? Are you ready? And also, thank you for everyone and your support over on Rarible. People were actually asking, hey, what's going on with this collaboration? So, like I said, guys, basically this is just a little bit of a collaboration that I'm doing, and the creator has actually agreed to obviously offer contributions to the channel. So if you do purchase one of these CryptoZombie NFTs, you are actually helping to support the channel. So thank you so much. But like I said, this was an unexpected collab, kind of came out of nowhere, but there has been a lot of demand for NFT. Oh, if you guys don't know how to get it, I will drop the link below. But a lot of people, have been asking about these NFTs and stuff, and we do have some potential surprises coming out soon. So, we will keep you updated on that as well. But for now, you are helping to support the creator, and the creator is also helping the CryptoZombie channel as well. So it's a win-win for everybody, and you guys get a cool piece of NFT art. So that being said, thank you for all your support. You guys rock. Join the free Telegram group below if you want to hang out and talk with some like-minded people about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And that is it for me today. Thank you so much for coming back. You guys rock. Get ready. Be safe out there. And until next time, my name's K-Dub. This is CryptoZombie. Stay crypto. And of course, peace out.